Hey everyone, Daniel here. Imagine an internet where your data isn't owned by giant corporations, but by you. Sounds revolutionary, right? Well, it's called Web3 and it's already reshaping the internet as we know it. Today, I'm simplifying Web3 in just a few minutes so you can understand how this incredible technology could transform your life. First off, what exactly is Web3 and why should you even care? If Web 1 was about static websites, and Web 2 gave us interactive platforms like Facebook and Google, Web 3 is all about decentralization, giving users total control. Think about it. Right now, your data, online identity, and content are owned by a handful of massive companies. Tech visionary Naval Ravikant famously said, "Centralized services always have incentives to abuse their power." But Web 3 flips that model upside down, handing the power back to you. So, how does Web 3 actually work? And what does decentralization even mean practically? Simply put, Web 3 is powered by blockchain, the same technology behind Bitcoin. But here's a twist most people overlook. Blockchain isn't just about crypto, it's actually about trust. Blockchains are essentially transparent ledgers that anyone can verify, meaning no single entity controls them. Think of blockchain as a global, trustless system. Your data stays secure and under your control without relying on corporations or middlemen. Here's a perfect example. Take social media. Right now, platforms like Instagram control your followers, your content, and even your online identity. But in a Web3 world, your followers and your content move seamlessly with you between platforms because everything you create and build online truly belongs to you. In fact, Jack Dorsey, Twitter's founder, once admitted, "We centralized services to simplify them, but that came with significant risks." Web3 fixes this risk by decentralizing the ownership of data. But here's the big question. Is Web3 really that perfect, or is there a hidden downside no one's talking about? Stick around because the answer might shock you. Before we tackle that, let's dive deeper into something incredibly exciting: digital ownership through NFTs. Sure, you've heard NFTs mentioned endlessly, but here's an insight few realize. NFTs are more than digital art. They're proof of ownership for everything from real estate to your college diploma. For instance, imagine instantly proving ownership of your home or car through an NFT stored securely on a blockchain. No paperwork, no third parties, just verified, decentralized proof. Billionaire entrepreneur Mark Cuban said, "NFTs are redefining the nature of ownership itself." And he's absolutely right. But could NFTs also introduce new risk nobody's prepared for? We'll cover that soon, so keep watching. Now let's talk about money, specifically decentralized finance or DeFi. Instead of relying on traditional banks, Web3 gives you financial services directly via blockchain-based applications. Imagine earning interest, borrowing money, or investing, all without a bank ever touching your funds. Legendary investor Chamath Palihapitiya emphasized, "The future of finance is decentralized and peer-to-peer." DeFi platforms like Uniswap and Compound are already proving this concept. But here's the crucial question. Can DeFi really replace traditional banks, or will regulators step in and spoil the party? The answer is complicated and critical to understanding the future of Web3, and I'll unpack it fully in just a minute. Let's quickly tackle a myth. Some believe Web3 will replace every centralized service completely, but that's not necessarily true. Web3 isn't about total replacement. It's about offering better alternatives. A great example is privacy. Platforms like Facebook monetize your personal data. Web3 alternatives, like decentralized platforms, ensure your privacy is protected because no single company owns your information. Yet, here's the hidden challenge. Decentralization can sometimes make Web3 harder to use. Could this usability hurdle prevent mass adoption? Or will innovation solve this faster than we expect? Finally, let's get back to the hidden downside of Web3 I mentioned earlier. One major risk is security. While blockchains themselves are secure, Web3 applications are still vulnerable to hacks and exploits, especially as they're developing rapidly. Over $2 billion worth of crypto was stolen through DeFi hacks last year alone. So, how can you protect yourself in this new decentralized world? And what do experts recommend? Hold tight, because I'm about to reveal exactly how you can safely navigate the Web3 landscape, along with key strategies successful investors and users are already using right now. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's jump straight into one of the most important tips for safely navigating Web3. Always use reputable platforms and wallets. Experts like Ethereum's founder Vitalik Buterin emphasize, decentralization doesn't mean blindly trusting every platform. Always verify. Using reliable wallets like Ledger or MetaMask can greatly reduce your risk, ensuring your crypto and data stay safe and under your control. But is choosing the right wallet all you need to worry about, or is there another crucial step people usually miss? We'll cover that shortly. Before we do, let's talk about governance in Web3, because it's one of the biggest game changers nobody's talking enough about. In the old internet model, companies decide everything, from algorithms that influence your feed to data collection policies. In Web3, governance tokens give you direct voting rights. Imagine having a real say in how platforms like YouTube or Instagram operate, truly owning and shaping your digital experience. Billionaire venture capitalist Andreessen Horowitz summed it up perfectly. In Web3, the community isn't the product, they're the owner. But here's the burning question. Can user-driven governance really scale to billions of people without turning into chaos? The truth is, Web3 governance is still experimental. Some projects are thriving, like the DAO behind decentralized exchange Uniswap. Others face challenges, struggling to align incentives and make fair decisions. So, how can you spot projects with strong governance and avoid the ones doomed to fail? The key is transparency. Look for platforms openly discussing challenges and regularly communicating with users. But there's an even simpler test you can apply right now. Ask yourself, do users genuinely care about shaping the platform? If yes, that's a powerful indicator of healthy governance. Now let's return to the crucial safety step I hinted at earlier, protecting your private keys. Web3 wallets give you total control of your assets and identity, but they also place full responsibility on you. Lose your private keys and you lose access to everything. This isn't just theory. People have lost millions simply by misplacing or leaking their private keys. Legendary crypto investor Andreas Antonopoulos warns, not your keys, not your coins. Thankfully, you can safeguard your keys by storing them securely offline, backing them up, and never sharing them with anyone. Another critical aspect of Web3 to understand is identity. Today, your identity is fragmented, spread across dozens of platforms, owned by corporations. Web3 envisions a future where you own one universal digital identity, securely verified through blockchain. Imagine seamlessly logging into any service without creating countless usernames and passwords. It's already happening with projects like ENS, Ethereum Name Service, providing simple, decentralized usernames. But is this truly secure, or does a universal identity open doors to unforeseen vulnerabilities? Security experts point out that while decentralized identities reduce certain risks, they also concentrate your digital presence into one place. The solution? Balance convenience with security, use multi-factor authentication, and advanced cryptographic protections. Tech futurist Balaji Srinivasan emphasizes, universal identity is powerful, but only if users retain absolute control over it. Finally, let's look at the broader future. Will Web3 completely transform our lives, or just become another buzzword? History suggests transformative technologies initially faced skepticism before becoming indispensable. The internet itself was doubted in the early days, yet it reshaped society profoundly. Web3 holds similar potential, especially as more users demand privacy, ownership, and fairness. So what should you do now to prepare for this revolution? Stay informed, cautiously experiment with reputable Web3 platforms, and most importantly, keep an open mind. Because whether you're a creator, investor, or everyday user, Web3 isn't just another tech trend, it's a new philosophy reshaping our digital lives. Remember what visionary Buckminster Fuller once said: "You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the old obsolete." Web3 is precisely that new model, promising to give control back to individuals, creating an internet that's more transparent, fair, and user-driven than ever before. The question now is, are you ready to be part of it? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.